Okay, get this. What if you could build an entire software company in just one afternoon? I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but that's the incredible claim being made about a brand new AI tool called Warpcode. So today, we're going to dive in and break down what all this hype is really about.
And, a claim like that brings up a huge question, one that's probably on your mind right now. Is coding itself, as a skill, about to become obsolete?
Right at the center of this whole firestorm is this one tool, Warpcode. And look, the claim isn't just that it's a little bit better or a minor improvement. The word on the street is that this thing has completely changed the game, like overnight. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Just how dramatic are we talking here? Let's really take a look. Yeah, this quote right here, it pretty much sets the stage for everything. The argument isn't that this is some small, incremental improvement. No, we're talking about a massive leap forward. And frankly, it's got some developers out there genuinely worried.
And here it is, the core promise, laid out plain and simple. Think about traditional development, right? A project could easily take 6 months and cost you what, 50 grand? Now look at the claim for Warpcode. Under an hour for a simple monthly fee? I mean, that's not just a difference, that's a completely different universe.
Okay, so what is this thing really? What's under the hood? Let's pull back the curtain and see what Warpcode is all about.
So here's the big idea. It's not just a tool to help you code. No, it's being sold as a full-on application builder that literally creates the entire program for you. You just tell it what you want in plain English, and supposedly, it just does the rest. So what's the secret sauce? What really makes it different? Well, according to the source, it's not just copy-pasting code from somewhere else. It supposedly builds everything from scratch. It actually explains what it's doing as it writes the code. And this is the real kicker. It handles errors and debugs itself. The promise? Production-ready code right out of the box. Okay, that all sounds great, but you're probably wondering, what's it actually like to use? How do you go from just a simple idea in your head to a fully working app?
Well, first off, you can forget about all those complicated coding environments. The source describes the interface as being as simple and clean as a chat app. Seriously, you just type your idea into a little text box.
And the process itself? It's supposedly dead simple. Step 1, you describe your app. Something like, hey, build me a social media scheduler. Step 2, you hit enter. And step 3 is just watching. You literally watch as it builds all the files and the code right in front of you. And the best part, if you need a change, you just ask for it, and it can iterate on a new feature in minutes.
So what's the real advantage here? I mean, there are other AI coding assistants out there, right? Why is this one being hailed as such a massive game changer?
Well, this quote right here really says it all. We're not just talking about building a little blog or a simple website. The claim is that Warpcode can build huge, complex, enterprise-level software, the kind of stuff that usually takes whole teams months to build, and it can do it faster than you can order lunch. Just let that sink in.
Another huge piece of the puzzle is the pricing model. See, a lot of other tools charge you for every little thing you do, per conversation or per line of code, and that can get really expensive really fast. But Warpcode, the source says it's just a flat monthly fee. And that's a big deal because it means you can just play with it, experiment, and build as much as you want without racking up some insane bill.
Okay, so let's put it all together. It's supposedly super fast, and the cost is fixed. What does that actually mean for the rest of us? Well, the implication is pretty massive. This could be a tool for anyone with a good idea, not just for people who know how to code.
And that's really the core argument here. All those traditional barriers to building software, needing to learn how to code, needing a ton of time, needing a boatload of money, the claim is that those barriers have basically just disappeared. The only thing left holding you back is your own imagination. Just think about all the common business problems out there. Do you need a way to manage customers? Track inventory? How about a booking system? The idea being presented here is that you don't have to go out and hire a whole development team anymore. You could just build it yourself.
And they even put a number on this opportunity. The source makes this incredible claim that someone with literally zero coding experience could fire up their own development agency, use this tool for clients, and potentially pull in over $200,000 a year. That's a wild claim.
All right, so if the opportunity really is that huge, what's the move? What's the next step? Let's talk about the call to action.
The message here is pretty clear: urgency. This is being framed as one of those get-on-the-ground-floor moments.
The argument is that the people who are going to win big with AI are the ones who jump in and start learning now, not the ones who sit on the sidelines and wait to see what happens.
And the source lays out a pretty clear path to get started. First, just try it out. Build something super simple, like a little contact form, just to get the hang of it. Then find a real-world problem you know you can solve and just start building. The whole idea is to learn by doing.
Ultimately, this whole thing is framed as a choice. It's all about your mindset. The source basically presents two paths. On one side, you've got what they call the loser, the person who sees AI as a threat, resists change, and gets left behind. On the other side, you've got the winner, who sees AI as a tool, embraces it, and uses it to dominate. Yeah, it's a pretty stark choice.
And so the final takeaway here is this. Right now, the competition is supposedly low and the opportunity is absolutely massive. But there's a warning attached. In 6 months, maybe a year from now, that might not be true anymore. The real advantage, they argue, is for the people who act now.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. If the technology is no longer the thing holding you back, if the only real limit is your own imagination, what would you build?